And it's time for the Barry Foster Show, coming to you from the Ridge Floor Studios here in the City of Charm, beautiful downtown Avon Park. Remember, if you have any thoughts, ideas, or suggestions for guests or topics you'd like us to take care of, please put them in the comments below so that we can respond to them quickly and tell the algorithm that you like us so much. I want to take a little time on this broadcast, this 63rd episode. We've got over 100 subscribers, thousands of views, and I want to take a moment to thank everybody who's been tuning in and listening and making comments, letting us know how you like us, sharing us with your friends. I really appreciate that so very much. And I want to take some time to appreciate some of the folks who have helped to make this program what it is. And one, of course, is Nell Roberts over at Ridge Floors, who's been serving Sebring for better than 50 years now, actually better than 60 years, in Avon Park, Sebring, Lake Placid, South Polk County, over to Hardee County. They are backed by service that's friendly and prompt. They can get floral arrangements out for just about any occasion that you can think of, whether they're weddings, funerals, birthdays, holidays, Parents' Day, whatever day that you need to get flower arrangements out. They have them in all different shapes and sizes and all different cost areas. So you can get them out there and you can make sure that they are delivered on time. Ridge Floors has been a sponsor for quite some long time of the Barry Foster Show. Back when we were on terrestrial radio, they were on with us as one of the very first sponsors who were on with us. And now, as we've moved over here to the internet, they're on with us here on the internet. We really appreciate them so very much and all the things that Nell and Steve Roberts have done for us over at Ridge Floors, whether it's roses, whether it's baskets of flowers, whether it's vases of flowers, or just straight up bouquets. You can stop by at 111 Memorial Drive at their main location or give them a call, 863-382-4477. That's 863-382-4477. Again, they've given us the space to use for our broadcast here, and they have continued to be good sponsors here, and we'd like to let you know if you want to send flowers anywhere in Highlands County, in Polk and in Hardee County, Ridge Florist is the place to go. Family owned and operated. Also, I want to take a moment to thank our friends Steve and Jerry Slaybaugh over at Strangely Warmed Coffee. We did a program with them about 12 weeks ago about their origins. They have coffees from Peru, from Honduras, from Colombia, from Guatemala, from Nicaragua. They have cold brew grounds. I have the Peruvian mix every morning. And Sandra gets the second pressing of that because she doesn't like as much caffeine as I do. So we actually get kind of a 2-for-1. But you can get them in light, you can get them in medium and dark. They've got decaf, both medium and dark decaf. They've got French pressings, and they've also got some great gifts and merchandise, including K-Cups. That if you want to get the K-Cups with your logo on the top of them or your QR code, you can do that. They have coffee mugs. They have Stanley tumblers. They have candles that smell like coffee. All kinds of great merchandise from Strangely Warmed Coffee. You can get in touch with them simply by going to strangelywarmed.com, or they also have a Facebook page if you want to get in touch with them there. Steve has been doing some great videos on YouTube and on Facebook about his operation there, and we want to thank them. A couple of new sponsors. I want to take a moment to thank our friends over at Sebring Signs. Sebring Signs has gone ahead and made some decals for the back of the car that say the Barry Foster Show now on YouTube. Tina has done just a great job over there. She's been in Sebring for over 15 years. And these are all family-owned and operated businesses, things that are made in America. If you need T-shirts, Sebring Signs is the place to go. We have a great Barry Foster sign that is in the front window of Ridge Floors. We're going to get some QR code signs to put about as well when we go on the road, so you can use that to put it on your telephone. You can find the Barry Foster Show on the QR codes, whether it's yard signs or just about any kind of signs. Sebring Signs is the place to go. They're right there on Lakeview Drive in Sebring, 1570 Lakeview Drive in booth number 108. You can give them a call if you want to at 863-471-1800. That's 863-471-1800. You can email them at sebringsignsandshirts@gmail.com, or they're on the web at sebringsignsandshirts.com as well. Another great sponsor and another great guy that we'd like to give a shout out to is our friends over at Anderson Arms. We've talked with Garrett Anderson several times. I want to have him on the program because John and I are going to do a whole series on the items that are made in America. And Anderson Arms makes great bullets. And I didn't realize he'd started in 2007. I talked to Garrett about this. I don't want to steal his thunder, but I will tell you that he started as a competition shooter. And his competitors kept saying, "Where do you get your bullets from, man?" He said, "Well, I make them myself." And they said, "Well, can you make some for us?" And so he started making bullets, and he has made more and more, hundreds of thousands of bullets. And they have now positioned themselves as one of the leading remanufactured ammunition loaders in the entire country. They have turnkey solutions on numerous companies waiting to get into the ammunition industry, and they have plenty of ammunition if that is what you are looking for. You can get 44 Magnum, you can get 45 ACP, you can get 22 caliber arms, you can get all kinds of bullets over there at Anderson Arms. Let me see here. They market under the name Oak Island Ammunition, but they've got the 120 grain 9mm. They've got the JHP rounds. They've got the FMJ rounds of the 9mm 147 grains. If you're a shooter, you might want also to get some 45 ACP. They have that under the Oak Island brand, the ACP 230s. And they've also got the Oak Island Ammunition 44 Magnum with 240 grain. These are great bullets, great shooting, and you can get them at Anderson Arms, which is in beautiful downtown Avon Park. If you want more information, you can just give them a call, 863-873-2345. That's 863-873-2345. You can voicemail them or text them, or just go to info@ammunitionplanet.com. That's because they make the best rounds on the planet. That's my buddy Garrett Anderson over at Anderson Arms. So I just want to take a little moment to talk about some of the people that help make this program what it is, and kind of tell you some of the people that are coming up. We have Patrick Kolbeck, who is the CEO for the Lindell Offense Fund. He is a politician out of Wayne County, Michigan, which is where Detroit is, and he has been working with Mike Lindell, exposing the different kinds of problems with the voting machines that we had dating back to the 2020 election and before. Mike Lindell was sued for $1 billion by Dominion. That has now been reduced to, I think, $400,000. We're going to let Patrick Kolbeck outline that for you, and that's going to be coming up in the very near future. I know you're not going to want to miss that. We've also got Nicholas Softy from FAIR, which is the Federation for American Immigration Reform. Illegal immigration, one of the hot topics today, and Nicholas Softy and FAIR have been working tirelessly since before the 1990s, trying to get a workable immigration plan. He's the field outreach manager, and he's going to be talking to us about the new Trump initiatives to deport illegal immigrants who have committed crimes, and now any kind of illegal that's come across the border that they want to get out of the country and get us returned to people coming in legally. We're very much in favor of legal immigration. There are people who spent thousands of dollars and years trying to get in the legal way, and we're very much in favor of that. America lets in more immigrants every year than all the other nations in the world combined. I think Ronald Reagan said it best as he was leaving office when he said, you can go to France, but you can't become a Frenchman. You can go to Germany, but you can't become a German. But people immigrate here from all over the world every year. We need to do it the legal way. The previous administration let in hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants. There's really, I don't think, any way to really kind of quantify how many have come in. Now the idea is to get them out and only have people in here that came in the legal way. So Nicholas Softy has been working on this for quite some long time. We're looking forward to have him in here. For the folks who are racing fans, I've got a call in to try to get Brian Redmond, two-time winner of the 12 Hours of Sebring, trying to get him to come in. Also, we're going to try to get Baxter Troutman. Baxter Troutman we had on back when I was in terrestrial radio, and Baxter has a place called Dark Hammock, and he deals in beef. You can get all different kinds of well taken care of beef. It's feed-fed beef, feed and grass-fed beef, or just grass-fed beef. He markets it in a very interesting way. It's a made-in-America product, and we're going to be talking to him about his chop and block operation up in beautiful Frostproof, Florida, and the way that they do this is part of the Made in America series. We're going to start dealing with a lot of Made in America companies like Natalie's down in Vero Beach, which does orange juice. We're going to talk about the Dundee Citrus Factory up in Dundee. It does citrus candy. We're going to be talking about Nucor, which is a company which makes rebar out of recycled steel. And they have done a great job making American-made steel. And we're going to be talking to them about their operation. Another group we've reached out to and haven't heard back from yet, but we plan to try to bring on is Trail Life. Trail Life is what the Boy Scouts used to be. And we're going to try to get them on to talk a little bit about their operation, their organization. It's a great organization for boys to get involved with. And they have American Heritage Girls, which is their version of the Girl Scouts. We may get them on as well to talk about that. But it's something that we've seen a lot of troops forming around the coastline of Florida, not much here in the interior of Florida. We've talked to some young men who've started a troop up in Haines City, Florida, and we're going to have the folks from Trail Life on, try to get them to talk to us as well. Another young man that we've had and are going to try to get back on is Michael Thompson. The midterm elections are just around the corner. And it's time that we start looking at making sure that Donald Trump's second 2 years are as good as his first 2 years. And Michael Thompson, who is out of Lee County, is going to challenge Tiffany Esposito in Florida House 77. Michael Thompson is an American First candidate, and we're going to try to get him on to talk about his platform, the things that he wants to see get done here in Florida, and we're going to try to get him on. We've also talked to some of the folks, we've reached out to the folks that are running Alligator Alcatraz. There's been a lot of misinformation about Alligator Alcatraz, the things that have been going on down there. The latest thing apparently is some of the folks in this, it's a detention facility. It's not really a prison. It's a deportation facility. They've been complaining about the food, and one of the things that they were complaining about apparently is the ham sandwiches were not toasted. So we're gonna see if we can get some folks from the state of Florida in to kind of explain what that is and what's going on with Alligator Alcatraz, another one of the hot topics that's coming up. As we said at the top of the program, there has been 63 different episodes of the Barry Foster Show put up here, and it's been a wonderful thing interviewing different guests, having John Larson in to talk about some of the different episodes that we've had, some of the different topics of discussion that have been going on. But we're looking ahead, and we have now set it up where we can take telephone calls through our board, and we're going to set that up to have some interviews with people who are outside the area. John and I are going to sit down doing a Made in America series and also some special guests. I think Mike Sabga, who's with the John Birch Society, was one of our guests earlier this week, and we're going to try to get him on this program to talk a little bit about the John Birch Society and who they really are and what they do, and some of the issues about one citizen, one vote, and the only citizens vote initiative. I think it's going to be something that's very important that we're going to have on, and we're going to see if we can get Mike on to talk about that. But looming in the horizon will be our 100th episode. I have just been advised that the first 100 episodes of the podcast are going to be training, and it has from episode 0, which started with very humble beginnings in my study at my home, to the operation that we have now. It has been a long learning experience, going out, buying equipment, learning how to hook it up, getting sponsors to come on board with the program. For when I used to be just a talk show host, I was a good talk show host, but if I had any kind of engineering problems, I just called the boss and said, get an engineer in there to fix it. Well, now I'm the engineer, and I've been in fixing things and repairing things, and we've got a fairly good operation with more to come. They came to me and would say, Barry, we have a new sponsor for you. Well, that's great. We're glad to have sponsors on. Now I am the sales manager as well, and getting these sponsors lined up. And I really do want to thank the folks over at Ridge Florist, Nell Roberts, and of course Steve and Jerry Slaybaugh over at Strangely Warmed Coffee, Garrett Anderson over at Anderson Arms, Tina at Sebring Signs, for the work they've done to help us out. We really do appreciate it very much. But I will tell you that one of the things that we are eyeing is to go live. Many people have wanted to have a show where they could call in, and we've set it up now where we can run a phone to the board. So the next thing is to make a deal with a phone carrier to get a dedicated number and set it up so we will go live on certain days, and you'll be able to call in and just like the old days, make your opinions known, and we'll be able to hear from you. So just a few of the things that are happening on the on the Barry Foster Show. Again, if you have thoughts, ideas, or suggestions, we would really like to hear from you. If there are guests that you would like us to interview, in fact, one of our friends called us just this evening with a racing guest that he's going to help us line up to put on the program as part of our racing series. We also have another guy who has some business, that Made in America business. There are many, many American owned and operated businesses at the Sebring Regional Airport. John's trying to line those up. So if you have thoughts, ideas, or suggestions, please put them in the comments below so that we can comment. If you'd like to make a review, we would love that as well. You can put them down in the comments, or you can always get us at thebarryfostershow@gmail.com. That's thebarryfostershow@gmail.com. Always glad to hear from you. We may, if you can let us know if there's any interest in this. Would you like to have a newsletter? Would you like to know what's coming up? Would you like to have us get in touch with you in that way? We're always interested in what the listeners have to say, whether you're here in Florida or anywhere in the United States or around the world, because after all, we're on the internet. But I want to just take a moment to thank everybody, especially the sponsors. I want to give you kind of a hint on some of the things that are coming up, and again, let you know how much we appreciate you for being tuned in. We will continue to look for truth, justice, and the American way. And this is Barry Foster from the Ridge Florist Studios in beautiful downtown Avon Park. And we'll see you next time.